Today we're going to visit the Eric Carle Museum of Picture Book Art. Eric Carle is most famous for making the Very Hungry Caterpillar, and his art style is using tissue paper art. And this is in Amherst, Massachusetts, and Eric Carle was from this area, and that's why they have a museum dedicated to him here in Amherst, Massachusetts, the Eric Carle Museum. Parked in front of the Eric Carle Museum is this car, a Volkswagen Beetle that's been decorated in the art style of Eric Carle. In the main hallway, as you enter the museum, they've got these 4 murals that were created by Eric Carle just for this museum in 2002. In the main lobby of the Eric Carle Art Museum, they have this really cool sculpture, kind of abstract plants and trees, and looks like very alien. I like it, it's fun to look at. Of the Eric Carle Museum, we saw that they have a scavenger hunt, and you got to find these items found throughout. For example, here is the apple found near the front desk. So we're going to go around and hunt for the various objects with the scavenger hunt. So if you head here, don't forget to get the scavenger hunt. In the hallway, after you pay for entering the exam, they got the story of Eric Carle, and they got pictures and information going over the life of Eric Carle. So you go down this side of the hallway, and it tells you all about Eric Carle and his art technique and what he's done to revolutionize the tissue paper art. Here it goes over how he made the Very Hungry Caterpillar. And on the other side of the hallway, they've got more information about Eric Carle. So you can read through all this and learn about Eric Carle and his life and his work. At the Eric Carle Museum, they also have an area where they show movies throughout the day. Today, they are showing a variety of movies. What they're showing right now is Mr. Rogers, who's showing the work of Eric Carle.
I bet she put some of your pictures up on the wall.
They did. My mother walked into school, there were all my pictures in the hallway, and she didn't even know it was her.
The Eric Carle Museum also features a library full of children's books. The Eric Carle Museum also has a cafe. They have tables set up so that you can bring some food with you and eat it at these tables. They also have a vending machine so that you can get some food in case you didn't bring anything with you. The Eric Carle Museum also has a gift shop. You can buy various merchandise associated with Eric Carle, his artwork, and other children's books and children's authors. At the Eric Carle Museum, they also have an outdoor walk. This used to be an apple orchard, so what they've done is they've replanted the apple trees to grow where the apple orchard used to be, and they've also included some natural meadow plants for insects, butterflies, and bees to come visit. There are also signs that are sporadically placed around this outdoor walk that tell you about the apple orchard and the plants that they planted around the outdoor walk. This is the meadow habitat that they built for the insects, the bees, and the butterflies along the walk around the grounds at the Eric Carle Museum. Also outside is a xylophone to play with, and they got some blocks that the kids can build with. One of the coolest things they have here at the Eric Carle Museum is the art studio, which has art supplies out that change on a regular basis, and they have an art project for you to work on, and it's fun to come in and work on your art project here in the art studio. Today's themed artwork is collage. So they have some crayons, scissors, glue, different pieces of paper that you can use on your collage. And Tammy made a collage here with a three-dimensional rabbit, a ladybug. Looks like there's a fish there. I made kind of like a jungle scene with a river and some animals and the sky, and so it's an animal theme. So anyways, we had fun making collages here.
Yes, we did.
The Eric Carle Museum has traveling exhibits. The traveling exhibit today is all collage, based on the word collage, which is French for to glue or to stick. And there's over 20 different artists on children's books who have used collage in their artwork, including Eric Carle. The Traveling Collage Gallery is organized by artists. Here's the first artist we're going to take a look at in the sampling of some of their work right here. And then here's another artist right here, Christian Robinson. Steve Jenkins was another artist working with collage who's on display here at the Eric Carle Museum. There's over 20 artists here that are being highlighted in their traveling exhibit, all based on collage work. In the traveling gallery about collages, they also have this table where the kids can build different pieces of artwork. Build your own collage. When Tammy and I visit art museums, we like to play a game where we find our favorite and least favorite artwork in a section. So we looked along this wall right here, and we picked our favorite and least favorites. So Tammy and I both really liked this cat by Ed Young. And we also liked this barn picture by Archer. Overall, we both liked the cat the best though on this whole wall. Tammy's least favorite was this one by Nina Cruz. And my least favorite one was this one as well by Nina Cruz. So which was your favorite and which was your least favorite along this wall? Another one of the traveling exhibits here at the Eric Carle Museum is called Finding Nora. Nora Ulrich was an author and artist in the 1930s and 1940s, and she's kind of gone into obscurity, but the Eric Carle Museum has her artwork on display here as part of one of the traveling exhibits here. Saying that she was overlooked and that she should be remembered for her very interesting artwork and her great talent in art and children's literature. So this is another one of the changing exhibits at the Eric Carle Museum. It's called Raining Cats and Dogs. This room is always dedicated to Eric Carle, but it changes on what they're highlighting. And today it's Raining Cats and Dogs. In this corner of Raining Cats and Dogs, they call it the kitty corner. And they got some murals inspired by Eric Carle. And they got some little cats you can play with here and pose in front of this raining window. Hi, kitty. Meow, meow. All of the artwork here on display for Raining Cats and Dogs by Eric Carle features cats and dogs found throughout the different books that he illustrated and wrote throughout his career. So this is one of the traveling exhibits called Raining Cats and Dogs. Here in the center of the room dedicated to Eric Carle and Raining Cats and Dogs, they have the Bark Park, which invites people to draw a picture of their pet or neighborhood animal, and then hang it up here on this wall. Tammy and I each drew a picture. Here's Tammy's picture, and then here's the one I drew here. And this is for the children and adults to draw pictures here at the Raining Cats and Dogs Traveling Exhibit at the Eric Carle Museum.